Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. I am in Rishikesh, India, and today I want to do a response video. This is the first time I'm using OBS, so let's see what happens. Okay, let me get my media source in.
Right, let's get started. Let's welcome again to my panellists, broadcaster and columnist Lizzie Cundy, and also broadcaster and political commentator Sam Dowler. Dowler.
That's what my Obajity cheese today. Dowler. It's like you talking again.
Yes, well,
And it was.
you haven't stopped talking.
It's like a little Muppet mouth going. That's what it looks like from the side.
Well, the Muppets.
Lizzie Cundy, it is.
Yes.
He's the one in the middle. Lizzie, what do you think about this? Seriously, your thoughts on Dylan Mulvaney? She is a man.
Yes.
Wearing a bra, like a sports bra, promoting a sports bra, without any breasts, of course, because he's a man. She's a man, sorry.
Well, I'm absolutely appalled by this, and you know what? When I speak out, I'm made to feel I can't speak about this, and I'm proud to be a woman, which is an adult female, just in case you.
Okay, there she said it. A woman is a female human adult. And the fact that she says she's even afraid to talk about this, true story. And those people who don't think this is true, you can come and join Reddit and you'll see you are not allowed to talk about a woman being a female human adult.
Wondering, Sam, but I really seriously getting upset because I feel intimidated and silenced whenever I speak out about this issue, and this to me is absolutely woeful nonsense, and that's what it is. As someone who grew up in awe of Nike as a big iconic brand, I think this is absolutely disgusting, and they're going to have a big backlash from this. And I'll be honest, I really think this is a money-making machine. They're using the trans community that should be treated with kind and understanding, but using them as a way to promote themselves, just as Nicola Sturgeon did, using them as a political football. And it's not on, and it's disrespectful for women. And you know what? I've really had enough of it.
I've had enough
They're
of it.
raising women.
But to me, the way Dylan behaves in this video.
Okay, so before she speaks, I want to talk about what that woman talks, speaking about Nike being this brand $1 million. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to push back on what she's saying because, okay, I understand if you're a big business, you just want to make money. Fashion is the flesh trade. I've done a few videos on how the flesh trade works. And Nike will use any flesh that can sell their product. So if the latest trend in fleshiness is trans women, they're going to use that. If it's children, they're going to use that. If it's women, they will use women. If it's men, they will use women. At the moment, the big trend is trans women. So I get why Nike would want to go with Dylan, but I also get why women are up in arms because Nike is selling a sports bra, which is supposed to be for women. Okay. Anyway, let's go on.
It's a caricature of a woman anyway. It's all a bit, and it's like, well, hold on a minute. Sorry, that's actually taking the proverbial out of us. What do you think, Sam?
I need to rewind. Let's hear.
But to me, the way Dylan behaves in this video is a caricature of a woman anyway. It's all a bit, and it's like, well, hold on a minute. Sorry, that's actually taking the proverbial out of us. What do you think, Sam? I mean, you must be supportive of this.
Okay, so I also get her point. Why women are angry with Dylan Mulvaney's portrayal of women, because it's a caricature. And the thing is, he makes women look silly and stupid and frivolous and brainless and just an object, which obviously feminists did not fight for many years to be reduced to this. And by a man some more. So, sorry, fun fact out there, Dylan Mulvaney is a biological man. And I think the fact that he still uses she still uses the name Dylan, which is a man's name. I think he is just a gay man doing drag. So even for this video, I'm going to call him he and him, just because based on the name Dylan, because I have a lot of friends who are drag queens and I know they keep their male name because they are not trans women, they are just gay men. Okay, so let's go on.
This is Dylan Mulvaney's brand. You know, she's a comedian, an actress. Do you know what I mean? This is these, and I've worked with a lot of influencers. Brand partnerships like this are their bread and butter. Like she did one with Bud Light last week, and then was slated for that. And
okay, I understand that he, whatever, is a comedian. This is a bread and butter. This is just a job. I understand that this is just a job. It's a comedian who makes fun of women. But I guess women don't like it.
Rock did a video where he's shooting a case of Bud Light with an AK-47. I mean, like this is nothing to do with her. It's not her problem. And I think and this is all that happens. Like for example, I went on the GP News Instagram account this morning because Dan was talking about it this week with Sharon Davies, and underneath the comments were, he's a freak. Dylan Mulvaney is one of those people you'd gladly punch for nothing. That's an it, not a she. It's a thing. Like, listen to me.
Yeah, okay. People are saying that about Dylan Mulvaney, but remember Posey Parker, and other women who speak up against all this madness. They actually get punched in the face. They get taken hostage like Riley Gaines. So it's not just words, there's actual action that trans activists and trans people take out on women. So words is one thing, action is another thing.
Listen to me. So it is, whereas this person is a 26-year-old person, and they are trying to, you know,
rich.
Well, they,
rich.
well, they might be doing very well.
Are you about to make us supposedly feel sorry for this person?
No, what I'm saying, this is a trans person wearing leggings. Everybody needs to calm the hell down.
Sam, have you watched it?
Yes, of course I've watched all of it.
It's not a trans person wearing leggings. It is a trans person mimicking, caricaturing a woman.
That's what she does in her videos.
Promoting bras, sports bras for women.
And that's
okay, I'm going to say it is a man mimicking a woman, but mimicking the worst traits of a woman in a sports bra, when this man does not even have breasts. And on top of it, this man has an eating disorder. This man really looks like he has bulimia or anorexia, which, if I remember correctly, anorexic or bulimic models are not allowed in the fashion industry any longer because they cause a lot of problems for people with BDD, which is body dysmorphic disorder, like me. So that's how I would describe who Dylan Mulvaney is.
Woman, I find it so disrespectful, Sam. I find it so why are you sticking up?
How is it disrespectful? She has 12 million followers, most of who are women who will buy this because she's been wearing it. That's what Nike see. They see 12 million followers, and they want and all she does is talk about positivity and fun and laughter, and that's what Nike want to get into.
Okay, in defense of Nike, everything you said is true because, again, they just want to make money. And if this anorexic or bulimic, whatever person who is a man, who's making fun of women, who's wearing a bra when he doesn't even have breasts, who isn't a woman, is how they can make money, they're going to go with it. So, I mean, I get that part of the whole marketing strategy.
It's not raising women.
It is.
The rest of Nike's Instagram feed are all cis white women, or just cis women in general.
Hey.
He used the word cis. Oh, dude, you're gonna get it now, I'm sure. Cis, people, just in case you didn't know, is a very offensive word. It is derogatory. Please do not use that word. It is very, very offensive. Very.
Do not come into the studio and call me a cis woman. Otherwise, I would
call you a cis woman.
Cis women, do not use that term. Otherwise, I will eject you from the chair. A woman is a woman. I don't want to hear that again from your mouth.
Yes, well, that is what the rest of their feeling. So it's not.
There you have it. Take note. Take note. You will get decked. You will be decked. Okay, on a serious note, actually, just don't be disrespectful. If you don't want to be called all those words like the TR, the word that rhymes with granny, if you're a trans person, and if you don't want to be called the HO that finishes with O if you are a homosexual, if you don't want to be called a FAG that finishes with T at the end, which in Britain just means cigarette, because it is disrespectful, offensive, and derogatory, then also respect people who don't want to be called the C word. Also because cis also means that you are a character in Star Wars and you are fighting intergalactic wars. So I don't think anybody wants to be wants to be associated with fighting intergalactic wars. Okay.
To do with it's something to do with her. It's like it's not her decision. It's Nike's decision, and she's just doing her job. So I mean, I think the attacks that she's had for it.
She looks like she's taking the total Mickey out of a woman. Have you seen her prance?
She doesn't look like she is. She is taking the total Mickey out of women. It's not like she's pretending. She is. She makes fun of women and especially of little girls, because her behavior is very girly, like a little girl, and she makes fun of it. And people laugh at this, which means people are laughing at the behavior of women and of little girls, which is offensive.
And acting the way she is
she's
on
being
that
funny.
post.
She's a comedian.
Well, I don't find it funny.
That's what her videos are.
I don't find it funny,
Because it's
Sam,
completely
and
out
I'm
of
not
context.
Wait a minute. Whether she's a comedian or not, the point is that Nike are using a biological man to promote something that is really a properly female product. And what does that say to the other amazing female athletes that they could have selected, like Riley Gaines and people like that, who, whilst Nike obviously don't mean to cause any offence, but the backlash is, you saw the video of what happened to Riley Gaines. Yeah. She was chased out of this after doing a speech.
Well, I don't know what the context was.
This is so true. There are so many real women. By the definition, the biological definition of woman, there are so many women, female athletes in the world, not just in the US, in the world, that they could have used. But I think, and I always say, because it's a man's world, men have been trying to control women since the beginning of time. And this is just another way of controlling women, is by taking away something that used to belong to women, like fashion, women's fashion. It's in the name, women's fashion. Even this, they want to take away from women. They don't want women in the front. They don't want women in powerful positions, because women dominate in the fashion industry. They don't want this. Men want to dominate everywhere. So this is just another way of them dominating women. And they're doing this by using men in drag, men in dresses to do it. That's all. Well, that's how I see it.
But
you see, the problem with it is that it promotes and it reinforces this kind of thing. And that's the problem for women.
And it's the biggest sports brand in the world. This is so wrong.
But she's not. You've already basically so many laws have already been passed, like various different sporting bodies, as Sharon Davis was talking about, where trans people aren't allowed to compete. So now you're.
Yes, trans people should not compete against. Trans women should not compete against women, and trans men should not compete against men, because trans men are on steroids. They are on hormone replacement drugs. So drugs are not allowed in sports. So they just cannot compete, full stop. Trans men are not allowed to compete, full stop. Trans women should not be allowed to compete against biological women because, obviously, because they are not biological women. Biological women must compete against biological women, and biological men who are not on hormones or treatment or steroids can compete with biological men. I don't understand how people don't get that. XX and XX will compete against each other, and XY and XY will compete against each other. And as far as I'm concerned, all the XXY, XYX, all the other variations of the XX and XY chromosomes, they should have their own category. They should not even be able to compete in any of the two sides. Unfortunately, it's just life. Like me, I'm 5'4". I cannot compete in the Miss Universe because of my height. Also, although I identify as 23 years of age, I cannot compete in the Miss Universe competition because there are height restrictions and there are age restrictions. There's probably also a weight restriction. Well, I'm in the weight restriction, but height and age restriction, those are in place. You don't see me complaining. I just go with the flow.
Saying that they're not allowed to wear women's sportswear
it's
either.
unfair.
No,
So
we're not
they
saying
can't
that.
compete or wear
No,
women's
you
sportswear.
know that's not what's been
Well,
said.
that sounds like.
No, what women are saying is they can wear women's sports. They can wear whatever they want to wear. But why are they promoting the garment? And a bra is about breasts. Who has breasts, big breasts that need support? Women, not men, women, because women have breasts that jump around. So it's shameful that a man is promoting a specific garment which is designed specifically for women. And then this man sitting there defending it just shows the patriarchy does exist. It does, but it does not exist in the way that the third wave feminists think it does. No, it exists in this form. This is the form that it exists in. You look at this man, look at him, and you can see the entire patriarchy there. Can you see how it's a man telling two women who should promote their very intimate garments? Look at that. It's right there in your face.
Okay.
You're putting words into my
That
mouth. You're
sounds
not a
like it.
ventriloquist.
So tell me what it is.
Should
Should they just be erased altogether?
I'll tell you what's being said here. You do not need to use a trans woman to promote bras for women because women could promote that themselves and they don't need somebody who is not a woman to promote
I agree with all of that.
that, especially when
But they want to gain access to her followers who love
It's
her
offensive
brand.
to women and it's trying to erase women.
Well, we'll see.
It isn't fair.
We'll see what.
Yes, it's offensive to women. She's right. And it is a way of erasing women because what is happening is women are now not in the fashion industry because men are taking over the jobs. And there is a man sitting right in the middle, in between two women, blatantly stating that women are not necessary in the public eye, especially not in women's fashion, because men can do it. There you have it. Patriarchy, the patriarchy right in your face.
Whether it works for them, we'll see whether it works for them. But if you just joined us, welcome on board. This is GB News on TV, online and on digital radio. Great to have.
Okay, so that was the video. So, and that's my response to it. So please like, comment, subscribe, whatever. And see you again next time. Cheers.